Story Part 2. Update, January 12, 2015, 11:40 a.m. I have been trying to answer everyone's comments. And I am overwhelmed with the support, you guys. You really are keeping me rational right now, and I feel that is the right move. We had another conversation this morning, and the short version is, I don't believe her. She still denies that she is cheating on me. And that the texts were sent in responses to other texts that I didn't see. She also still claims that hers was supposed to say S-time jokes, but his was just him being funny about S-time. I am so tired, yet my body refuses to bat an eye. I am morally crushed. I told her if she went to work this morning, I would be gone when she gets back. She called out right after. Not sure how she thought she could even go to work today in the first place. I told her what reason should I believe anything she is saying. She repeats back that there are no reasons. I just kept saying exactly. The part that is genuinely throwing me off is that she isn't giving up. She would just stand there instead of walking away like she has in the past when caught in a lie. She also is looking me right in the eyes when saying everything. It is so hard not to believe her, but I also don't want to believe she would be that good at lying straight to my face. I didn't think she had it in her. But with this evidence, I just can't get over it. After everything she said, I simply pulled up the photos and said everything you said still doesn't change this. She just kept saying I don't know what you want me to say or do. I just kept telling her to figure it out because I don't believe you. That is pretty much how the whole conversation went. FML. Update, January 12, 2015, 12:36 p.m. As you know, she called out of work. Well, I went to get her phone to try and revive the deleted text messages and possibly find the pictures that were deleted from Snapchat via the phone's directories. Well, she handed over the phone, but when I left the room with it saying I am not going to send anything. She didn't say anything at first. Then about 30 seconds go by and she comes down the stairs saying I need my phone. I say but I am not done with it. She said well I need it. I said use the house phone. She said no. Took the phone and started to walk upstairs. I said I want a divorce if you don't give me the phone. She said duck you, good game. Update, January 12, 2015, 1:23 p.m. Well everyone, this will be my final update of the day as I am packing up my stuff and headed to my mom's for a couple days. We just had it out for another 10 minutes about how can she expect me to believe anything she says if she won't even let me check her phone. She simply said I guess you can't. About as close to full confession I will get, it seems. On a positive note, well maybe negative note. I am so appreciative of all the advice and support from this community. It really has kept me strong and focused on the goal at hand, and I feel because of you I have went about this much better than I would have without you. Also, thanks for the gold. Broke my cherry. Could also get a front page out of this? So close, haha. Not that it matters. When I posted this I was simply looking for a couple people to share my pain and be with me all night, as I knew I wasn't going to sleep, which I am still wide awake. I am going to talk to my mom and see if the lawyer she is using for her current divorce, the irony, is someone I would want to deal with. I will continue to be here for everyone sharing their stories as much as I am glad you came to read mine. Look forward to talk to you all, and I especially appreciate all the PMs. A lot of them were very useful and full of amazing advice. Update, January 12, 2015, 4 p.m. I went for a drive the last hour and a half, more so sitting in a parking lot trying to close my eyes and forget the world. Didn't work. This has been so overwhelming with all the support. Can't believe this blew up on this level to get to the front page. So many of us out there have went through something similar to what I am going through, and I feel for you. I do. This pain is something I wish on no one. Hopefully if you are reading this and have been through something similar or are going through it now as well, I recommend reading as much of these comments as possible. They have been more than helpful to me since last night when posting this. Right now it looks like me and my wife are done, as she drew the last straw with not allowing me to be able to see her phone. It was something simple to maybe help me see why they were talking the way they were, but it looks like it would have ended up being more proof. Thanks again to everyone. I am going to try to nap now and will try to get on and post an update whenever I have one. Forever grateful, as you helped guide me in the right direction of probably the most important decision of my life. Update, January 13, 2015, 1:37 a.m. She basically stayed in our room all day and just came down to talk. She openly told me everything that she knew. She said that they have been emotionally having a relationship for a couple months now. It all started at work when they just started mutually agreeing on things, and then a S-time joke was told by a co-worker which opened up them talking about S-time. They would compare their marriages and the problems they have, which obviously would bring them closer. The reason she wouldn't show me her phone is because there were text messages of them saying to each other that they want to have S-time. I really can believe everything she is saying. It is just the kicker that they both send those 2 snaps basically saying they have already had time. I really am so torn because even if there wasn't a physical relationship there, the emotional level was there, and apparently she said if they weren't married, they would have already done it. She also tells me that she was ready to break it off knowing it was going too far. I find this very hard to believe, but she seemed to be telling the truth. Really don't know what else to say right now but FML. Update, January 13, 2015, 11:50 p.m. So here is where I stand. I send this message to the guy after getting his number from the phone bill. Before you start reading this, know that I am not in any way attempting to threaten you. I am simply attempting to come to terms inside my marriage. With that said, I hope you have some time to sit here and read this carefully. It could have a very big impact on your immediate future. I am writing to you looking for honesty. I am sure you now know that I know partially what was going on. She was being very suspicious the other morning when a snap came through on her phone while I was around before she left for her nail decorating party. She has never been like that, and it threw up a red flag. I have never thought to distrust her, and because of that, she very easily could have abused this vulnerable side of me. It was very random of me to log into her Snapchat, because honestly I wasn't expecting to find anything, hoping to just give myself some peace of mind. However, when I logged in, I see you were her most recent snap. So I swipe it to see what was said and found I want you very very badly. After that, she logged in because it kicked her out when I logged in. When I logged back in, you said that you were asking how it was and I miss you. Now just these 2 alone are fairly suspicious, but I do remember her telling me that we would get along because we have a similar sense of humor. So I gave you a shot and I am the one who responded to you asking what do you miss most? Scott, what you said next is a whole different ball game. About you? I miss your smile, and conversation in person. We can laugh about anything. And the time is amazing. Now at this point, I believe she realized something was going on, or you told her what was going on. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that it led her to delete the snap message altogether, which in return somehow revived a snap that she sent you from the previous day. This is what it said. From her to you, I do feel like I can be completely honest with you whenever you ask me anything. Such a good thing we have. Great friendship and great time. What else could you ask for? Here is how I see this, Scott. All I am looking for here is honesty. If you are honest with me, this stays between us, and feel more than welcome to tell the mother of your kids whatever the hell you want, when you want. But I need to know the truth. However, if you want to sit here and deny the obvious, I will bring this to your wife, as I would hope she would do for me if she found out. I have no problem speaking with your boss either about the situation. I know Amanda is lying to me just by how she reacted when I showed her the evidence. I showed her the message she sent to you first. She tried to say it meant to say great time jokes, which would make no sense in any way you try to spin it. But then it didn't matter, because when I showed her everything you said, she was speechless. Keep in mind this was taking place on an app where everything is supposed to disappear after it is said. Let alone, no one else but you two are ever supposed to see it as well. This clearly has caught me off guard, and I have been up all day and night the last 2 days thinking about what to do, and this was my best solution to figure out the truth first before taking the next step in my decision on how to handle my marriage. Hopefully, you can respect me coming straight to you to get these answers from you right now, because if not, I will proceed in my own manner. This was his response. You are not attempting to threaten me? Is that a serious comment? That entire text is a threat. I do very much respect that you want to be a straight shooter and get to the bottom of what mine and Amanda's relationship is. Trust me, I do very much respect that. How you are presenting the situation to me, on the other hand, I don't agree with, but that's beside the point. You are allowed to do and act however you want. You are human, and every human acts differently in different situations. I have developed a very deep emotion connection with Amanda, and we became very close over the last several months. As you are aware, she is good at listening and giving honest advice. She helped me through a very rough part of my marriage. We bonded to where we pretty much could talk to each other about anything. Open and free, and I never felt that before. Very liberating. Called her my lesbian best friend. I said that to help mentally remember we were both taken. It did make me smile a lot knowing she was like me in a lot of ways. She has a way to light up a moment, as I am sure you know. Truth be told, I always thought your wife was a very attractive woman, but wanted to keep our relationship on a superficial level to respect both marriages. And did for a few years. Then we became closer over the summer. Things became easier to talk about. Nothing was off limits. We were very open about a lot of topics, and the one that should have very much been off limits we thought was not. Time. Not being my wife, I should have never felt it was okay to discuss. We did discuss a lot about time. Random things mostly. Talked about favorite positions, ways, does size width matter? What things make a girl/guy feel good and orgasm, etc. Not proud to state it, just telling you the honest truth. It was very much an emotional high. I felt there was time chemistry and tension. As wrong as it was, I will admit I enjoyed it. Was like the chase of the high. I have a semi-stagnant relationship at home, and that gives me no right to ever talk about topics we did. We did discuss that if we met at a different time in life, we could have seen us maybe giving a relationship a try. I honestly enjoyed the conversations very much. I distinctly remember Amanda telling me about a time you must have went to a Chinese restaurant and your mom puts in bed after the fortune cookies. Statement was, "You will get a promotion at work in bed." From that moment I made it an inside joke that the time is great if you are getting a promotion at work. I knew it wasn't right. But let it continue for a good while now, which should have stopped before it started. Honesty, if the situation had ever presented, I'm not 100% positive what I would have done. I believe with all my heart we would have done the right thing and walked away. I had an inappropriate work relationship with your wife, but if you are asking if we slept together, the answer is no. Hope you respect my honesty. I know Amanda loves you, and if you love her, then I wish you the best. Truth. I never wanted to interfere with what you had. I always wanted and want her to be happy in her marriage. I take responsibility for what took place, and it should have never ever under any circumstances taken place. Sorry for the bad punctuation, but it was via text and I don't feel like going through it all. It's still readable. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.